Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in. And let's start off with this tweet here from Riz XRP saying, SBI CEO, every bank in Japan will use Ripple's XRP by 2025. Article from February 27th, 2019, XRP. Now, if I seen this back in 2019, I would not have believed you. But if I seen it today, I would 100% believe you. And why is that the case? What has changed in terms of the XRP environment that makes me believe this article today? Well, I will say this. One, XRP is probably going to be the only crypto project in this space that actually has full-on regulatory clarity behind it. Once that does go live, once we do see Ripple win this lawsuit and XRP be cleared, every single financial institution out there is going to ape into XRP and utilize XRP. And why do I say that? Well, think about it. The opportunity cost for them to utilize XRP is incredible. Not only is the savings on cross-border payments alone extremely valuable to them, but you got to think about all of the other major use cases around XRP. It is going to be a huge moment for anybody holding XRP once we do see that. But also, why do I believe that every single bank will utilize Ripple's XRP in Japan? It's also because of the moves that they have been making in Japan and around the world, especially on-demand liquidity corridors launching like crazy. XRP's fire has already been igniting, and it's been spreading for a while. On-demand liquidity as a service has been exploding. We've been seeing Ripple making, moves continuously around XRP. And we even do see down here, there's basically no value for Bitcoin. Aside from predicting the XRP's still fledgling market capitalization would eventually grow to be a global standard, Kateo also made positive remarks in relation to Enterprise Blockchain Consortium R3, of which SBI is a member, as well as reportedly being the largest outside shareholder, as well as the R3 Corda settlements platform. There's basically no value for Bitcoin. So I think XRP in the crypto world is probably the #1 crypto asset. Shout out to Cowboy Crypto for that. We also see down here he thinks Bitcoin is still searching for a use case, whereas XRP already has utility as a tool for making faster and cheaper cross-border payments. And I completely agree. I mean, honestly, at this current moment in time, as we do look at XRP and XRP's value proposition, it is continuously growing and expanding as Ripple continues to expand with XRP. It is a very exciting time. That's why I do say that, by 2025, if we do see the settlement end in 2023, things are going to rapidly change around XRP, and it's a very exciting time. And I think that it's going to be very exciting to watch this article kind of blossom into real life and into a real situation where XRP is being utilized almost by every single major bank, not only in Japan, but also globally. That's going to be a very exciting time. We also do see over here, though, Modulr and Ripple announced strategic partnership to enable seamless payments into the UK and Europe. Now, why am I bringing this up? Why are we focused on this? Well, this goes all the way back to February 1st, 2022. Now, if we read this article and we were looking at it, we would probably be like, okay, yeah, it's just another, major partnership with Ripple and whatever. But what I want to really kind of focus on is enablement of seamless payments into the UK and Europe here. And this is very interesting because they are going to be utilizing RippleNet, as you guys do see down here, to run real-time payments internationally, which is going to be very exciting. And we do see down here more reliable and cost-effective. And we do see a few other things down here, with access to critical payment infrastructure in the UK, including faster payments and BACS, CHAPS, SWIFT, and SEPA in Europe. Its access and deep expertise of the European payments landscape made Modulr an ideal partner for Ripple. Moreover, Modulr is one of the few non-banks to be directly connected to the Bank of England, allowing the payments platform to settle funds at the central bank. Now, after reading that, you might be wondering, well, okay, I mean, this isn't anything too crazy. This isn't anything special. I mean, sure, it does allow access to a major central bank to settle payments, but what is majorly huge around this entire innovation or this entire partnership announcement is what we recently seen with the Digital Pound Foundation. We do see over here, we are pleased to announce the addition of Modular Finance to the Digital Pound Foundation's membership community, further strengthening our ability to advocate for the societal benefits that arise from a variety of new forms of digital money. Now, this is very exciting because when we actually look at this, we do see Modular announces membership of Digital Pound Foundation Steering Committee and joins payments and use cases working groups. This is also huge. We do see that down here. A few discussions. So since its inception in 2016, Modulr has grown to become the leading provider of embedded payments to businesses across the UK and Europe, authorized by the UK's FCA, the Central Bank of Ireland, and also the Netherlandish Bank. As an electronic money institution, Modulr enables 200 plus clients to automate, control, and embed payments, and is now processing an annualized transaction value of more than £100 billion. This is absolutely insane. And they already have a partnership with Ripple in place. And, again, I think that this is going to be a huge innovation around the entire UK payment landscape. And we do see a few quotes down here. So here's the Chief Innovation Officer at Modulr. At Modulr, it's our purpose to enable growth and innovation by making money flow more efficiently through business and the economy. That's why we've become a member of the Digital Pound Foundation to collaborate with other forward-thinking businesses to build the digital economy of the future. And the funny thing about this, right, is that I'm sure that a lot of you out there already know that Ripple is a part of the Digital Pound Foundation. If you go over here to their membership, you can check it out. You can check out all the names behind it: Accenture, Avalanche. I don't know if they are going to. I think that you have to scroll. So here you guys have over here. So Modulr sitting right next to Ripple, and of course Quant. Accenture's there as well. Down here we do see a few sort of background things behind this entire committee. Now remember, this is a group that is it's a non. Well, I should say this. First off, this is a group that is centered more so on innovation and studying the benefits of a digital pound in general. There's also the Digital Euro Association as well. They are not to be confused with okay, they're 100% working on the digital pound. No, that is not the case. But I do believe that this will essentially morph into the digital pound, and a lot of these major companies that are tied to this will be the key players around a digital pound. And we've already been kind of seeing Ripple kind of making some major noise around that, especially with this major partnership with Modulr back in February, which I think is very exciting. And of course, you do see with our aim to become a center of subject matter expertise in the UK with respect to new forms of digital money, we have developed a network of trusted partners whose advocacy and policy objectives align with our own. As a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, you will have the opportunity to work with our partners on collaborative projects. And here you have the Bank of England, the Official Monetary and Financial Institutions Forum, the UK Finance, Digital Euro Association, and of course Crypto UK. So there's a lot to really kind of look at in terms of this. It's very exciting. Like I said, the Modulr partnership with Ripple is a big one. This is a huge one to focus on. This goes all the way back to February. We probably reported on this back in February as well. And this is just one of many. Remember, I think that all of these major partnerships will blossom into some bigger things. I think the number one that we have right now is currently the Tranglo partnership. We do see the cross-border payment specialist. They do have their story over here. They have their mission, their vision as well. And down here we have their leadership, the fact bites. But the interesting thing about this is that this is a domino effect into over 800 partnerships that they already have, Ripple being one of them, centered around cross-border payments, and they are expanding rapidly around the world. They do have a London office as well. Yeah, I think that a lot of this is going to really kind of domino effect into many other major partnerships to Ripple. For an example, we've talked about this one back in July. This is the GEA. They needed an increase in cash flow, so guess who they look to? They look to Tranglo, and guess who Tranglo pretty much put them into talks with? Down here, on-demand liquidity through Ripple. Again, a big one, and you can see the result: 3 times the processing value, 2 times the lower overheads, 5 times the customer retention. This is huge. So again, this is why on-demand liquidity is transforming all of these major businesses around instant settlements as well as liquidity. I've told you guys, focus on the bigger picture here. And also, just recently, back in August, we've seen Tranglo talk about how Web3 is changing payments. Down here, they actually discuss the benefits of it, but they also discuss how Web3 is essentially shadowing over Web2 currently. And we do see a big article down here, or I shouldn't say article, but they actually looked at the study behind Web3-driven payments, more so digital payments, and we do see, despite the fact that 70% of its population are still underbanked or unbanked, this is talking about there are around 480 million internet users in Southeast Asia, its online economy is poised to grow to $1 trillion by 2030, with 40% of the global consumption online estimated to come from the region by 2040. 40. So pretty huge in this area. And we do see down here them talking again about on-demand liquidity through Ripple. For an example, the Asian Development Bank is trying to make cross-border securities transactions more secure and efficient via blockchain. In March of 2022, we launched Ripple's on-demand liquidity service in all of our payment corridors, leveraging the digital asset XRP and blockchain technology to eliminate traditional pre-funding, allowing remittance operators to increase their cash flow. So again, you know, we've been seeing Ripple making massive moves lately, and a lot of these major partnerships, like I said, will blossom into bigger ones. And also, last but not least, I do want to share with you guys the BIS. So going in depth on all of these major announcements from Ripple with some major clients, especially around payments, we do see over here from the BIS. Introducing a CBDC is not a universal solution. It has to come in a package with digital and financial literacy and identity, among other things. For that, public and private sectors have to work together. And this is very interesting. Again, I think that when we look at the BIS, they are fully ready to not only move on CBDCs, but so is the IMF. I mean, the IMF has been talking about DLTs for a while and digital assets and crypto-driven, use cases. The BIS has been another one that has been focused on DLT as well as major digital asset use cases. I really think that this is a very interesting area to not only talk about, but also to watch for. If you are in crypto, I 100% advise you to definitely follow BIS_org on Twitter, as well as the IMF. We've also been looking at the ECB. Europe is 100% ready. We've been focused on Europe many times in the past, talking about their major announcements, their updates. Europe has been moving very fast on CBDCs. And I do think that this is why the BIS is moving on CBDCs and really kind of talking about CBDCs, because we've been seeing every single major country looking at CBDCs. We do see down here from the IMF, central bank digital currencies can help give people better access to financial products and services. And here you have some of the major names behind this. We do see somebody throwing the XRP GIF up about it being the bridge for everything. And here are some of the major names that will be not only in this conference that happened already yesterday, but this is talking about digital money, CBDCs, all that kind of stuff. But look at some of these major names. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff will be centered on banking the unbanked, but it's also going to be centered on liquidity as well as settlement. And it's very interesting. And we do see finding the right balance of responsibilities between the public and private sector is fundamental to accelerate financial digitization. I completely agree. Again, more talks about CBDCs, the greening effect of just the female members in banks, really kind of just talking about other things happening around the banking sector. But for the most part, a lot of their stuff is centered on the huge innovation happening within the CBDC area. For example, the BIS Innovation Hub and the Bank of Indonesia announced 3 winners from Singapore and the United States for this year's G20, focused on CBDC issuance, inclusion, and interoperability. You can definitely see that they are focused here, hyper-focused, I should say, on CBDCs, and we will see some major updates within this area. I also do think that the UK, we just reported on the UK basically saying that they cannot delay the new system. I completely agree. I think that right now they should all be looking at not only implementing the new system, but moving towards it, and I think it's all going to be centered on digitization, tokenization, on DLTs, like, for example, the XRP Ledger, and I do think that going forward by 2025, we could see some huge updates around this entire space, including XRP. And will we see this, major announcement that happened back in 2019 from Kiteo himself, the SBI CEO, blossom into reality? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts. With that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this before. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.